What's up everyone, my name's Alex. I'm a small Twitch streamer and a longtime player of Summoner's War. Today I just want to make a quick video explaining something not a lot of people are talking about that can be extremely helpful for newer players or people who have returned to the game after a long break. There's a menu in the game called Rune Engraving Statistics page that can be found in the same tab as monster reviews and can help you get a basic idea of how to rune a unit. This menu is particularly useful if you're a newer player working on PvE teams but aren't quite sure how to rune them. Show you the page right here real quick. This is my LD only account. So you go to where the monster debate is, and you go over to statistics, because as you can tell, the monster debate page isn't always super helpful. There are some stuff in here that helps you explain how a unit works, but a lot of the time it's filled with stuff like that. Okay. A lot of new players ask in game chats or in Discords, Reddit, etc. what units they should use for early game teams for things such as Giant's Abyss Hard and other rune farming dungeons, but especially with in-game chat advice, people giving these new players teams can't fully explain how these units should be runed. The purpose of this tab is to help new players understand how those units should be used based on their role in the team. Now, this won't be an end-all be-all guide, as some units are used for many different parts of the game and require different rune sets for PvE versus PvP, or just for different dungeons in general, but it helps you gain a basic understanding of the type of stats you should be going for, which I believe is extremely helpful. For example, Crow here is used in many early game PvE teams, and I've seen a lot of new players slap loads of attack on it, but not focus crit rate or crit damage. But if you look at the runes for slot 2, 4, and 6 here, it'll show Rage Blade or Fatal Blade, so just based off of that you can tell, alright, you're going for a damage build with the rune sets. And if you look at the properties, it shows attack 81%, so you can trust that. Crit damage, that's what I'm talking about, that 5% of people using attack are hurting themselves. Attack, crit damage, and attack. Okay, so it shows people primarily run them on attack, crit damage, attack, which is a good indicator you should focus attack, crit damage, and due to using crit damage, you know you also want to focus crit rate, so you can get those consistent crits. For other units such as Veramos, things get a bit more complicated, as you can run them on a full support or a tanky damage build. But regardless, you can look at the set type and look at most popular rune setups. You can see the main stats focus for either type of build. So if you look here, Violent Energy, Violent Focus, Swift Energy, Violent Blade, there are all kinds of different stats. A lot of people use it broken because that's what they have available, which is perfectly fine. But this is what I'm talking about, where things get a little bit complicated. But it's still a useful page for this. You'll see that pretty much everyone runs it speed slot 2. HP percent, so this is the tanky build we're talking about. But a nice chunk of people also use a crit damage build there. So you can tell, okay, so the two types of things I can go for here are speed and tankiness, or speed with crit damage. But what do I do in slot 6? 68% still use HP while using crit damage. You see this here. And the small attack using attack, or small percentage using attack or defense, those are probably just people who don't really have any other runes to fill those slots. So this is why I said it gets a little bit complicated, but overall it'll help you figure out what kind of stats you should shoot for with the monsters. And you can go, oh, I wonder why those people are running it on crit damage. Let me take a look at the skills. And then you see here, oh, okay, this is why. The enemy's max HP, you deal damage proportionate to that. So critting would be pretty nice there for that big damage. So there's plenty of wonderful guides out there that help new players rune these teams, but I do believe using the statistics page will help newer players get more comfortable building units themselves while still getting some help, versus just copying and pasting teams, which can lead you to be able to play the game, let's say clearing Giant's Abyss Hard nice and easy, but still struggling to understand the basic concept of runing. Hopefully this video helps some of you guys out there, and if you're a more endgame player, make sure to bring this up to newer players looking for help, as I believe it's a truly neglected topic when it comes to new player guides that provides invaluable insight to the runing process for new players. And that's it. Peace.